talking about things you should not be doing in Korea. So, number one, so in Korean language, there are two forms. So there's the formal version and informal version. The informal version is for your friends, for people you know really well. But the formal version is for people who are older than you, or who are more senior than you, or basically just people who, or like people who you like really respect. And it's just like more polite.
Or strangers.
Or strangers. So you never want to speak panma to like the friendly version to people you've just met, or especially like older people. They get really, really offended. So like the perfect version of that would be like when you see your friends, you can say something like 안녕, but when you see like an older person or someone you meet for the first time, you would say 안녕하세요. The yo is very important. The key is yo. So yeah, so just be really careful. That's why I think a lot of foreigners, especially when they come to Korea, they try to only learn the formal version first, because it's better to only speak that than like to only speak the informal version.
It's important that you don't show too much shoulder or cleavage. So of course, if you're going out, if it's like nighttime, you're going to the club, like, you know, girls do show a little bit like extra. But if you're just like in the daytime and you're just walking down the street or something, honestly, if you're a foreigner, like, who really cares? But people are gonna look at you more. I do think it's getting a little bit better.
I think it's better.
Yeah, in the summer, whenever it's really, really hot, you will see girls in like
crop tops and stuff like that. And we just mean like in the form of like public indecency. You think is like cute and smoking, and then other people might see as like not appropriate. There's like a weird stigma with like the lower half, like you can show really as much as you want, like super high, like shorts are like totally okay, but then like to wear like a camisole on its own is like very like scandalous. Speaking of like when we were talking about being more respectful, so here you gotta bow. It's like instinctive, like no matter what you gotta bow. And we mean bow like when you say hello, like when instead of saying, you don't just say like 안녕하세요, you have to say like 안녕하세요. You don't need to do like a full 90, that's like a little bit extra, but like do like a little dip, you know? And it's kind of in all Asian cultures. And I realized this after I would spend a summer in Taiwan, and I would literally go back to the States and I'd just be like, hello. But like, why am I doing that? In the States, we really love to make eye contact when we talk with someone. It's like seems just really polite to like make eye contact. But here it's actually like, it's not polite, so don't do it. It looks like you're trying to intimidate someone or like rifle them up or something. Like you're trying to one-up someone by like making forced eye contact. So when you're talking to someone, you don't need to like look away from them, but just like try not to direct beeline. So don't wear your shoes when you go inside someone's house. Don't wear your shoes when you go inside like a tea house. Basically take off your shoes. Here in basically in Asia.
Don't just take off your shoes. Like if you see other people taking off their shoes,
If you're going to someone's house or like in school, we have like shoe cubbies to like switch out shoes. In Asian culture, and actually I think, you know, everyone should adapt it, because your shoes are nasty. Like why are you trying to like walk in my house with your nasty shoes that you've been like running outside with? No. Yeah, basically that's the reason. Shoes are gross. They should be kept like in the little hallway, and then you change into slippers or just wear your socks when you're indoors.
And if you go to a restaurant, like you'll clearly know when you go inside if you need to take your shoes off or not. Don't talk loudly like out in public. So honestly, I think Koreans are quite loud. I think this like goes for any foreigner in a different country. Like there's like psychology behind it. Whenever you hear someone speaking a language that you don't know or you don't understand, to your ears it sounds louder. So like on public transportation, it is pretty quiet. Maybe some of the old people are loud because they're old and they can get away with it. But if you, especially if you're a foreigner and you're speaking loudly, like people are really not gonna like it. So
they really don't like it too. You can tell by their faces, and it just creates like more of a typecast, I think, against foreigners. And I think whatever we can do to like only give off like positive vibes for foreigners, because I think when a lot of people talk about foreigners here, sometimes it comes with like a negative connotation in a sense. And I think anything to just like switch that mindset would be beneficial. It's like a larger. This is like an Asian thing too. So when you're eating rice, just make sure like your chopsticks, when you're eating them, you put them down and not just like stick them in your food. Because when you stick them in your food like that, it means like it's a ceremonial thing. So when you do that, it kind of looks like it's a ceremony for the dead. So it's either like you're wishing the other person to be dead or like celebrating their death. So you don't want to do that, and it just comes.
Don't point at people. So like you shouldn't like point with like your one finger. Like if you're gonna be like that person over there, you should. It's like the best if you do like two hands.
Yeah.
Just like anything. Like
you also
two
like
hands.
shouldn't do it like this, which I learned the other. You should like do it like more like this, because this looks like you're like you're treating them as like a pet or like a dog. And this, for some reason, makes them more human. But anyways, just be cognizant of that. So like no pointing, no doing this. Oh, this is when you're drinking. So when you're drinking, if they pour like a beer or soju or something, when you take a shot, especially in front of an older person, you're gonna want to turn away and then drink like, if I'm holding it like this, drink it like this, and like kind of hide your face when you drink it. It's just a form of politeness. And then they'll tell you if it's okay, like don't do it. But like just out of pure like manners, just do it like this first.
Oh, next week kind of already covered this, but if you're receiving something or giving something, you shouldn't just do it with one hand. You could do both hands like that, or you could do like this, or you could do it like this, but you should have your two hands doing something.
And then last, so it's like a really nice thing. It's also sometimes really annoying, I will say. We're a really collective culture here, so you want to share everything. And I'm sure we've mentioned this in another video, but it's like basically like if you have one little clementine, you're gonna need to share that clementine. Like it's not just yours, guys. You want to like take off a piece for everyone, which is sometimes I think quite ridiculous. Other times it's really nice. Like yes, I do want a slice of your pizza. Like give that over. But like sometimes, you know, I just want my whole orange. Like just let me live my life.
Yeah, and also at restaurants, you'll find like everyone will order like multiple dishes, but everyone will also have their like one dish. So like this morning I went to brunch. It's like Western style brunch. We all ordered our own like separate meals, but everyone got like a little plate because ideally we would share, but we ain't sharing. So we're the foreigners who like stack up our small plates.
Like push the plates away. Like no,
we don't need that.
We're not sharing anything. You order what you order. Yeah. Just be aware of that. That happens here. For those of you who don't like sharing your food, you better get used to it. And that's it from us. Never ever forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys next time. Bye.